Camacho. Good afternoon. My primary interest of research is language and how language is organized essentially in grammars. And one of the reasons why I'm interested in this is because language is one of our primary ways of communicating with the world and also of conceptualizing what is around us. One of the things that languages conceptualize very often is the notion of source of information. So, for example, if you look at the image there, and I promise I wasn't thinking of the weather in Chicago in January when I did this PowerPoint, the first sentence, allegedly it is very cold today, would not be appropriate for that image because the person there knows that it is very cold and therefore wouldn't use the word allegedly. In some languages of the world, for example, in the language Shipibo spoken in the Amazonian region of Peru, this source of information is actually encoded in a piece of the word. So if you were going to say something like father and mother are going to the farm and you saw them directly, you would use one piece of word, ra. And if you said the same sentence, but you heard about it, you would use a different piece of word, which would be ronqui. In Latin American Spanish, it's sort of in between English and Shipibo in the sense that there is a word, disque, which comes from to say and that gives you information about allegedly. So what I'm interested in is the distribution or the way that disque interact with other parts of the sentence. So you can see in those examples, the same examples before, it's going to snow. Disque can appear at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of the sentence. So I'm particularly interested in how is it that disque patterns, how does it vary from dialect to dialect? So for example, some dialects of Latin American Spanish will not allow the last sentence, but they will allow the other ones. And how is this different or similar to other evidential systems that we find in languages across the world? And you may be wondering, why do you study this? Well, if you think about the way artificial intelligence is making a very strong showing lately in the world and mimicking language very, very clearly, one of the questions that we may ask is the process that goes on behind artificial intelligence the same as it is with human people learning language? And one way to find out about that is to figure out what grammars are possible and what grammars are not possible, how are they learned, how are they not learned. And finally, we're seeking external funding from NSF and the United Kingdom Research Initiative for this project, which will have production of audiovisual materials in addition to a description of the way that disque works in Latin American Spanish. So thank you very much.